It's
Do
on.
it.
It's
Do it.
on. We're gonna do it.
All right. Get busy.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, Sassy. Sassy's first one in.
Oh, yeah, she must just be doing full.
You were just live. All right, I gotta.
Yeah, and I was on her. I was in her chat, so I was like,
Hi
dilemma.
there. Hi there, Frankie, and Why Not Says and Treasures. Kathy, I think Kathy, and Sassy Sailor, which is Sarah. And Lori, Nikki added you to the Daily Hustle morning chat so that you can grab that link. Oh, yay! I got your name right, Kathy. It's hard for me to remember names. I'm a face person. Like, if somebody's been in my store once, I know that they've been in my store before. But for somebody to say, "Hey, my name is this," and me remember, it's like, it's not gonna happen. Thanks for putting that in there again, Nikki. Just talked to Valerie. She's looking better. She said that she is feeling better. It's still hanging on, but she's not having any more fevers or chills or anything like that. So that's good. And so, so she's on the upswing of things, and hopefully we'll be here tomorrow. I just told her that we miss her and we want her to get better. She says to tell everybody that she misses them, and hopefully she'll be on tomorrow. But I appreciate everybody coming on and hanging out with us. And even though we don't have our main motivator, that's what I told her yesterday. I said, we're in there right now trying to get motivated because we've lost our main motivator. So we're trying to, make up for you motivating everybody. Hi there, Mr. Sadie. So yeah, so just trying to, I can't replace my sister. She does this way better than I do. And I don't want to replace her. She says, "I'm sorry that you have to do this," and I'm like, I don't have to do it. I could just say, screw it, I'm not doing it, and that be it. But I like being on this show. I like participating and hanging out with you guys and all of that. And I want to keep it going and stuff. I want to keep everybody coming in here, and they expect, there's a lot of people that expect somewhere to hang out in the morning.
Yeah.
So and they like to come and hang out. Well, we got to keep it going, and then when Valerie gets back, we'll be back on her channel. I said I don't have to do it. Aw, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate it. I love you guys too. You guys are part of my morning routine,
Yeah. Well, that was the other night when I did a hangout. I was just like, well, God, I just miss my friends.
Yeah, that was me too. I'm like, I miss you guys.
I just have to do a hangout. I didn't care what we talked about. I was just like, God, I just miss everybody. Let's just do a hangout, And I could have just done a private hangout with just a few of us, but
right.
I miss everybody.
I know, I miss everybody too. I miss talking. I mean, even though like me and Mike, the crazy card, me and him don't physically talk, but I miss little comments that people make, and
Yeah.
Having a conversation with, the chat as
Yeah.
well as with, people on the panel. It's you get into a routine of, talking to people, and you start to miss that if you don't have it.
Oh, I got a cha-ching.
All right, good job, Nikki.
That was just them paying, but still. $20 item. But it's better than a no dollar item.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's the second one this morning?
Huh?
That's your second one this morning then?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't care. Yeah, my other one was like a $30 sale, so that was all right without shipping. Before shipping.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll jack up his sleep system, Hank. It'll probably jack up yours too a little bit, because her boyfriend's got to go in tomorrow to work at midnight, and he's used to working days. You had 4 more posh cells this morning. That's awesome.
Nice. I don't sleep as good when my husband's not here.
You're welcome, Mike. You should come on here with us, Mike.
Yeah.
You want to try to be on the panel for a little bit? Didn't you used to go on panel with Dusty and us? Or was it just like after shows or something? I could have swore you used to.
That's all right. No peer pressure. Just do it.
I know. Do it. Get over here.
I know. Where was my buddy last night, Mike? I needed help last night. I had nobody come on until Tara came in. Farm girl.
I was in there, and I was watching for a while, and I got tired. Okay. Brandon came home, so I went in there with him, but
it turned out fine. I like to have new people, though. You know what I mean? Not that I don't love you guys, but
yeah,
it just was nice for everybody to see some new people come in, but whatever, it worked out good.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to have a snow tomorrow too, Frankie.
Snow?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, tomorrow. Today it's supposed to be like 40 something. Right now it's 36, but it's supposed to be like 41 or something high of today. And then, oh my God, yesterday was beautiful. I was outside just standing, like I looked like probably a sun worshiper or something, because I was just standing and I acted like a flower, and raising my head to the sky and just letting kind of letting the sun wash over me.
Oh, it's kind of chilly right now.
Holy crap, it's supposed to be 49 today.
Wow.
Oh, so nice. And the wind's not that bad. Was your wind yesterday bad?
I don't remember. I didn't go outside at all. No, I think it was nice out yesterday.
Yeah, it was really nice yesterday, but our wind was probably 20-mile-per-hour gusts. Oh. It was pretty. So when the wind would blow, you get a chill, but otherwise it was just beautiful. The sun was shining, and I felt bad for being inside. But we had the hangout all day, but and I really didn't get that much stuff done. I felt really bad, but I was like I really want to be outside. I felt like raking leaves or something, let me just do something, because there's no snow on the ground. Yeah. Like, I'm ready for summer too. I'm especially ready for spring. I want some
Yeah, I am
spring.
too.
Hi there, Toddy.
Howdy.
Hi, Todd.
What's going on this
It's
morning? Morning. Good morning. Hello.
Not a whole lot. We're just
It's 16 today here,
It's a what?
but it's supposed to be 39 later. It's 16 right now here. Feels like 9,
woo,
Oh,
but
we're
it's going to
talking
be
weather.
39 later.
yeah, that's chilly.
Yeah,
That's a
but
little
it'll be
bit too
39
chilly.
later. So that's all right.
Well, it'll be better than later. It'll be good.
Saturday's going to be 46. Can't wait for that. Yeah, it's going to be in the high 30s all week.
Howdy,
Well,
well,
yeah, I'm gonna have to go outside today and probably
Todd,
I'll
up
probably
here-
mess around in the garage a little bit.
Todd, up here, weather is a big thing. It's not like Texas where it's just hot and dry all the time.
I know. Like, when I lived in California, it was like you don't even talk about the weather. I mean, unless it's like so hot you're dying, then you say, "Oh my God, I'm hot and I'm dying," But other than that, you're just, you don't even look at the weather unless something as major is happening or whatever. And so, but here I look at the weather every day, several times a day usually, because it always changes. It's always changing. Like, I could look at the weather last night and see that it's like going to be 49, but then when I wake up this morning, I could look at the weather and see that it's going to be like 30, and it's like, what the hell happened overnight that they didn't expect some some stinking front to come in or something. It's just crazy. But yeah, we monitor the weather here very well, especially because it's just always so changing. Hey, Todd.
Yep.
I have this ring, and like, how do you get what is a big tell to see if like a stone is real or not? See this ring?
Are there any visible chips on it?
On the stone?
Yes.
No.
That's good, because real stones are very, very hard. Like ruby and diamond, they're very hard. So if you have a stone that has even mild chips or scratches on it, it is probably not genuine.
Okay, now what about like diamonds and stuff like that? Like, on the side there's like these diamond looking stones. What is a good tell to see like if those are real? Do you know?
Yeah,
Because there's 4 on the side.
If you got a loop, you can look into them, and most diamonds will have some sort of occlusion on the inside of it.
Occlusion is what?
Like not perfectly clear, like there's something inside.
Okay.
If it's perfectly clear, chances are it's not a real diamond. Now, diamond testers are only about $15 on eBay. The gem testers, though, are very expensive.
So like, if I wanted to make sure that, so if this ring was like, if this if these stones were real, then it's probably going to be on real gold, right?
Yes.
That's probably one of the biggest tells right there.
Yes. So if it's not 10 karat or 14 karat or 18 karat.
Yeah. And I haven't been able to see anything. So they're probably not real.
Now, sometimes you get a ring that has the marking has worn off from use, or a ring may have been resized and that portion of the metal where the marking was removed in the resizing process. Right now I have a 10 karat gold ring that was resized larger, and during that process they removed the 10K mark.
Yeah.
But every piece of jewelry and every coin is supposed to have its precious metal content stamped on it in one way or another,
Right.
since the 1930s, I think. A very long time.
And I don't know what the stuff is on it, but I can't get it off. It's like ink or something.
Back up just a little bit. Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't know. You might just get a toothpick with some rubbing alcohol and just start scrubbing with the end of a wooden toothpick.
Okay. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty ring, but it's probably not real. That was my guess. But it's a nice ring.
Nearly all jewelers will test your stuff for free.
Okay.
So if you think it might be real, then
yeah,
just, I mean, it's substantial enough ring. It's probably worth, just when you're out and about, whatever, just drop by the jeweler and they can test it in a very minimal amount of time.
Okay.
Just kind of while you wait, they can test the gold and the stones.
Cool. That's awesome that you have two things going out to different countries. I always think, like it almost feels like you're doing a special, like a special thing for somebody because they, they can't find it. They can't find the item that you're offering, closer to them. And so you're kind of, giving them something that they need that they can't get from anybody else, or, they can't get from somebody that's super close. So I think that's special. I mean, what if you weren't selling that and they're going to, be giving that item to somebody that needs it, or, it's going to make a difference in their life.
I have a question about international shipping.
Okay.
I got an offer, but I can't tell if it's global shipping or not. Let me screen share it here.
You can't tell if your offer is global shipping?
Yeah. Because right here it says they're snowboard boots. I'd like to take their offer of $25, but I'm not going to pay $54 to send it to Japan.
No.
Does that If I accept the offer, does that mean I'm responsible for paying for the shipping?
No.
What does it say?
It says international priority shipping to Japan, US 5401 international priority shipping. That does not mean that it's your responsibility.
So I can accept this offer and it just goes through the global shipping program like regular.
Let me see what it says here. Let me look.
If you have GSP, what do you call it? Selected on that item, then it'll go GSP.
Not necessarily.
Why not?
Because
I've had several items come through that when I click the accept, it says now send an invoice to the buyer, and I'm like, I'm not supposed to have to do that with the shipping cost, and I'm like, what? No.
And it's telling you to send an invoice.
Well, I haven't clicked the accept button, and I wasn't going to until I got y'all's opinion.
I've never had.
I have global shipping program on every one of my items.
I do too. And I've never shipped any other way.
I do too. And when I got that offer for that boombox going to Mexico, I got the offer even though I have GSP selected. Wait a minute. No, he couldn't send me an offer. That's right. I had to send him. I think I had to send him an offer.
See, maybe that's where it's at then, Nikki.
To go to GSP because I know he messaged me and asked me if I would accept it. So yeah, I think I had to send him an offer because it was on GSP. Yeah. So I think if you do get an offer, it's only GSP.
What I would do, Todd, if I would accept the offer, if that's what you want to accept, and then if something goes wrong to where you can't do it through GSP, just call eBay and tell them I only do GSP and I don't want to accept this offer. I don't think that I should have to be responsible for, for shipping if I have GSP.
Okay, so, here we go. Yeah. I'm going to accept.
Yeah, I think it should be fine.
All right.
Okay, there. I accepted it.
Now try to send the invoice to the buyer.
Cha-ching.
Because it'll tell you can't if it's on GSP.
Yeah, go right there and push send the buyer invoice. No, right here.
Where
it says what's next.
What's next?
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
The global shipping program already provides your buyer with an invoice.
Yeah. There you go.
So I'm good.
Yep, you're good.
You're good.
Okay. 25
so maybe
bucks.
That's what it is, Nikki. Maybe that's what it is then. If you send them an offer, maybe then that's where it goes off of global shipping, or things kind of get misinterpreted to where you're saying that you're not doing global shipping.
Sassy said, are y'all okay if I advertise and put your YouTube links under my YouTube videos? Yeah, that'd be great.
That's awesome.
And she does kind of she did a thing this morning. Are you going to do that every day, Sassy, or what? You can tell people if you want. Is that okay, Sally? I guess it's your show. Sorry.
This is not my show. This is y'all's show.
What's your channel?
So,
why can't I get something that charges my damn? Oh,
I sold 5 more doll bodies yesterday.
Nice.
Holy crap! The doll bodies are hitting the floor.
Yeah.
So
go, Todd.
I've sold 10 of them so far for $250.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I bought 20 of them for $30, and I've sold 10 of them for
Ooh, Anissa.
250.
Anissa said Todd is a hottie. Ooh,
Toddy is a
I'm
hottie.
starting the
Oh.
rumor.
Don't
Good
Anissa's got
morning,
hot.
body
Anissa. You're my favorite.
I'm starting the rumor. Anissa's got the hots for Todd.
Hey, I have a question that I seen it on another Facebook group um that somebody asked. Um and I want to know what you guys think. There was a question or there was a statement that said 75% eBay says that 75% of customers are looking at return policies. Do you think this is true?
That's 75. What did you just say? Sorry.
75% of eBay customers are looking at return policies.
No.
I say no too.
I think they're looking at if they can return, maybe.
It's on the listing twice, right in front. Like when you go to a listing.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I think
Well,
if you don't accept returns, you don't get as many sales. I think that's true.
I think it's lower.
Yeah.
I do too.
I
And the reason why is because most buyers realize that it doesn't
damn
matter.
it.
It doesn't matter what the seller puts on the listing, they can return it. Period.
Yeah.
A seller can put no returns all day long on their listing. Doesn't matter. A buyer can return it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've been buying it. I bought a couple of things this week off eBay, and I don't remember looking at the return policy, but I also could have just scanned it, with my eyes and see that it already says on there 30-day returns. And it says a restocking fee may apply and buyer pays for return shipping. Thing is I don't think that customers look at that like searching for the return policy, because I sell clothing,
Yeah.
I sell a lot of clothing. So I have so many customers that will send me a message asking for item specifics like measurements and stuff. And obviously they're not looking at the listing. They just go to that first, page and click on it. And if they don't see it popping out right before their eyes, then they're not gonna go looking for it. They'll just send you a message.
Yeah.
And I have and I will go into the listing, copy and paste the item specifics into the message and send it right back to them. And basically I don't have to do hardly anything to get them that information, and all they had to do was click on a button.
Yeah.
But it was too much.
Yeah.
Really,
I think anything.
I think those item specifics should be right on the front page of the listing. When you click on that listing, I think that those should pop up just as well. I think those should be part of that first page.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me. Because people don't want to go into the listing to find out what's going on with this item,
Mm-hmm.
And I actually seriously thought about copying my item specifics into my description, because then if they look at the description, because you have to click on that too to look at the description. So
Well, I put the measurements in my description too, not just item specifics.
So
Also,
it's in two places.
yeah, also some sellers put the measurements in the condition notes also.
Why should we have to do that though?
Because buyers don't look at anything.
I know, but
We're lucky if buyers look at the goddamn all the pictures, or we're lucky if they look at the description.
true,
They're
true.
lazy. They don't look at shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think it should be better. I think they need to rework that page because I don't think it's
As much, I don't mean to interrupt. As much as I know about eBay, even me, I'll go on there, I'll get excited that I found what I wanted, and I'll go to click the buy now button, and it's like, wait a minute, I need to look at the description to make sure there's nothing wrong with this item. You know, I
mhm.
mean, even I get excited and I start to click that buy it now, and it's like, wait a minute, you need to look at the description, dummy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I
I
look
mean,
at
I'll look at all
condition
the
more than I
pictures,
need to
but
do anything else. I look at condition because unless it's new, unless I know that I'm buying it new, I look at condition because I know that they could be putting something in there that they're not going to put anywhere else, or they may not put anywhere else. So if I look in condition, then that's going to tell me everything I need to know about, if something is wrong with the item. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Sadie says, any thoughts on the spring update? I've been seeing a lot of talk lately. It is what it is, and it's just going to change on,
the sky is
obviously
not
it was,
falling.
no, it's not. It's not. And, we have to roll with the punches and, go with the flow.
Yep.
Everything changes after a while,
Whether we like them
so
or not,
yeah.
just keep selling. That's all we can do is just keep selling.
Yeah.
Because the more you sell, the less these changes hurt you. Because if you're truly making money on eBay, if you're making good amounts of money on eBay, most of the things that eBay does, you're just like, you know what? I'm making so much money on eBay. I don't care what they do. Yeah, sometimes it sucks. Yeah, it sucks that some of the clothing sellers can't do restocking fees. Personally, I don't think it's right to do restocking fees, but that's my opinion.
What's
I
wrong with
get
you,
pissed off.
Vanessa?
I
Sorry.
get pissed off when stores do that. Um, I think people should just accept returns and that's it. But my concern is that they are going way over to be like Amazon. I mean, we've seen it. We knew it was coming, but they're really starting to act like Amazon. And personally, I don't trust Amazon. I don't like Amazon. So I'm really worried about it. But I mean, I'm not really worried about it, but it just would suck if they went back, if they converted everything to the way Amazon does it. But it is what it is. We're playing in their field. We got to do what they say.
Yeah.
We have to work our business to their rules. That's all we can do. I mean, it doesn't do us any good to stress about it or go, oh my God, the sky is falling, or oh my God, I got to do this, or oh my God, I got to do that. Just do it. We just got to do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we have to quit selling on eBay.
Well, I mean, I'm just kind of thinking in my head, am I going to start offering free returns? Will it be worth it to me to offer free returns? And the way that I think about it is, if somebody wants to return something, they're going to return it.
Exactly.
If it makes them more comforted to know that I offer free returns, then maybe my sales will go up. And then if they're going to return it after they wear something, they're going to find a reason to return it anyways, if that's what their plan is.
Yeah.
So.
And it has to be returned to you in the way that you sent it. So if they return it after wearing it and they got like a stain on it or something,
Yeah. Then, and it does say that you can offer partial returns, right?
Yeah.
So that would be, that'll work. You just have to.
Yeah,
So,
this particular thing doesn't bother me a whole lot in and of itself. This one thing. What bothers me is if we get into a scenario where it's death by 1,000 cuts and they just keep adding and keep adding and keep pressuring and keep, just
yeah.
on until it's almost not profitable or worth the time to sell on eBay. That's what I worry about. This
Yeah.
one thing isn't going to kill me, right?
Right.
But are they just going to keep on and add more stuff and more stuff that is
They
going to make
will.
it more difficult and more expensive to do my selling on eBay?
They will.
I mean, it might be a better way to go to raise your prices. If you think it's going to be detrimental to you to offer free returns, and it's going to overrun your base,
Yeah.
then
I don't mind raising my prices, but
I
then
don't either.
you become uncompetitive in some markets,
Right.
I don't know.
So what you're going to have to start looking for if you do offer free returns is go look at comps and see if they offer free returns and go by that, I guess. Yeah, Fishing and Pickens says, I don't like free returns and 60-day return. If I sell silver at $25 to $30 an ounce and the market drops out, the buyer could return for profit. That
Right.
makes sense. Yeah, and it's really hard. It is really hard to prove how you sent something in the first place, like without a stain.
And the
I mean,
margins for profit in the gold and silver market are much slimmer.
oh.
Your purse. Dex said in the Daily Hustle, death by 1,000 cuts. Todd, do you know my first wife? How funny. I don't know.
And then I was listening to a show last night that was on, and they were saying, well, eBay needs to do something for us if we're going to accept returns. Why does eBay need to do anything for us? They don't need to do shit for us. They don't owe us anything. They're in the business to make money. They're not in the business to give us shit. They didn't get to where they are by giving away stuff for free.
No, and I don't think they do.
And
I don't think they give anything away for free.
Yes, we are paying customers, but it still doesn't work that way. They don't owe us anything. Because for
I don't know about that,
seller,
Nikki.
for every seller that's not happy, there's 1,000 more sellers that'll take our place. Or at least 100 sellers that'll take our place. So really and truly, eBay does not give a shit. eBay, yes, I understand eBay is trying to keep the sellers happy because without the sellers, they don't have a platform.
Right.
But they also know that, for every seller that leaves eBay, there's 100 more coming on. And they don't, like Jim said last night, it's like Disney World. Disney World does not have to give you good customer service because their park is always full. It's the same with eBay. They're here to make money. They don't have to give you good customer service. They don't have to do anything for you because people are still going to sell on there. Do I think it's right? No, I am huge on customer service. I think if you pay for pay for a service, which we are with eBay, you should get good customer service. You should get, whatever. But honestly, that saying because we give returns, they should give us stuff. No. That's all on you. That's not eBay's thing. That's all on you and how you run your business. And they're not saying that you can't do returns. They're saying that if you want to be a top rated plus,
Right.
you have to do this way. Eventually it's going to be where you have to do returns no matter what, blah, blah, blah. And honestly, I think they're moving into the direction of Amazon, where Amazon just says, yeah, you can return it. And they're not even going to discuss it with the seller. And they're just going to give them their money back. Eventually, it's all going to be like that. So we just have to prepare ourselves, or we have to find somewhere else to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And I am looking at other avenues of selling stuff, because if the bottom ever does drop out, I want to make sure I'm covered, because I do not want to go back to work.
Right.
So, I mean, we just have to go with it. I mean, yeah, we can voice our opinions, and sometimes it might help if enough people voice their opinions and whatever. But I mean, in the end of the day, it is Amazon's playing field. We have to follow the rules. Otherwise, they'll boot us out.
Right.
Plain and simple. And they can. They don't owe us anything, or in their minds, they don't. So, they're here to make money. They didn't get where they were giving away stuff for free.
So, Frankie's Fine says, so eBay is giving you something for the free returns. They're giving you the top rated discounts. Yeah, but we got that before. If you work hard or not saying that people that don't get that discount don't work hard, but I feel like because I was on the bottom before. I was on the bottom a couple of months ago because of something that I I don't know if I did it, but I think it was just like a miscommunication. And I was below top rated, or below standard. I was below standard for one day. And whenever that happens, you have to go through the whole 30 days until your account gets looked at again, and then they will change it back. But for that one day, I was thinking, I'm on the bottom again because it happened before. And I was like, this cannot keep happening to me. I have to change something that I'm doing. So, when you're on the bottom like that, you kind of appreciate whenever you can get to top rated plus. I think you appreciate it more. Maybe not. So if I was to lose that, I think that I would how do I say it? Like I appreciate it. I appreciate being top rated plus right now. I don't know if it means like that to other people, or if it's just me. Because I know
care less.
Okay, and I know that Jim and Tara, like, because of their shipping and stuff, like,
me
they
too.
said that they never can keep it like that.
Yeah.
Because they have to make crates and stuff, and they can never, they can never keep it that way. But and I'm not saying that, like, I should appreciate it because I worked harder for it or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's just like there's a difference to me. I'm top rated plus.
That's good. And it is, you feel good. You feel good when you get that status. I know. I've been top rated before, top rated plus and stuff, but I never can keep it because I have 2-day shipping, 2-day handling time. So I can't have top rated plus. So it's fine with me though, because when they lowered the discounts you get for being top rated, what was the point in striving for top rated again? I sell just as much as I did when I was top rated. You know, when
Yeah.
I put the work in, I sell a lot of stuff and I don't have to worry about being top rated. I do my thing and I get my sales and that's good enough for me. I give good customer service. If eBay doesn't notice that, well, that's their problem.
Right.
You know I'm giving good customer service. My customers know I'm giving good customer service. So if they don't want to do that for me, then screw them. They don't give a decent discount anymore anyways.
Yeah.
So there's no
Yeah.
point in killing myself trying to get more status, I guess you'd say. Just
Frankie's
so I can
friend
brag on
says,
YouTube that I'm top rated plus.
but above standard and top rated are not the same. Oh, I know that. They're not the same. There are goals that you need to achieve to get them. Now top rated has new goals. I understand that. But yeah, so I have to weigh, the options of doing free returns and having that top rated plus. That's what I have to look at. And that's probably going to be a case by case situation for people, to where, they're like, I could do without that,
If now this return thing is probably going to affect you guys more than it affects me. As far as clothing sellers go. Because I, excuse me, I don't have a high return rate.
Right.
So I've always offered 30-day free returns, no questions asked. Whatever you want to return it. I don't care. Well, not free returns. It's only free if I screw up. But yeah,
Right.
I don't care. I get very little return to me during the year, so I don't. That's fine with me. But as far as clothing sellers go, yeah, I'm sure you guys are gonna feel it.
I don't know. I don't think I get a whole lot of, actually most of my returns have to do with like electronics and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that maybe I missed something, or I missed saying that there was a scratch on the top or something, like little details, and people will get me, so I'm like, okay, send it back, and I'll just sell it to the next person and make sure that I put that, in the listing. My fault, but it's it's not a big deal for me to accept a return like that, unless they're trying to screw me out of something. Then I'm on it. I'm like, no, they're not doing that. And I will make it to where, eBay knows about, what they're doing.
I just meant in general, as far as, it's been noted that clothing sellers have higher returns than everybody else.
I don't think so. I don't think so. And the last time I had a clothing return was probably about 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, I don't do too many clothing returns, actually. That's because I put my measurements in my listing. I make sure, to do details and all of that. So that keeps you from having those high returns. But with having free returns, that's going to give people a reason to return it for free. It gives people a reason.
Well, everybody said that when they went to it, you gotta do 30 days returns. You gotta do 60 days returns. Everybody said, "Oh my God, now they're gonna really return stuff." My returns never went up.
Yeah. Fishing and Picking wants to know, do you think drop shippers will die?
No. Why would they die? I don't know. With everything that eBay has always done, it's never really affected me. I mean, as far as returns go.
Yeah. And that, it could be a better thing because, you're giving them that sense of peace that they can return it if they want to,
Yeah.
and it's right there in their face, like, like how I said that the return policy is in 2 different places on the front page of a listing. Well,
Yeah.
if they put, free returns and they just, people will see that, then it's just going to maybe give them a sense of, peace of mind that, they're going to be able to return it if they want to.
Like Mr. Sadie said, I will be opting in and continue doing what I do. It is getting harder to stand out as a seller, though. It reminds me more and more like Amazon. Exactly.
Yeah.
And for that reason, yeah, it's really going to be harder and harder to make money on eBay. We'll see, but maybe that's just my prediction. But right now, it's all good. Just keep selling. Well, see, if you're selling enough, you can't be afraid of losing some money on eBay. You're
Right.
gonna lose some money on eBay
Oh, yeah.
from time to time. And honestly, when you make a loss, that can go on your taxes and you can claim that. But you can't be afraid to lose money. The longer
Yeah.
you do this, hopefully, the longer you do this, the less money you lose. But if you lose a couple bucks, I mean, for somebody returning their clothing or whatever, I mean, you just have to, if you're worried about fees and returns and all that, then you must not be selling enough. Because those of us that are making money on eBay, and I'm not trying to offend anybody, but the people that are making money on eBay don't worry so much about the fees and the returns and stuff like that. Yeah, you just have to overcome it some other way of trying to overcome those fees, those returns. Make your money somewhere else. On other items.
I hope drop shippers don't die because I get used on my products. I know they're reselling them to somebody else somewhere else.
Right.
But, a certain percentage of what I sell, maybe 10 to 20% is being bought and then resold. Like I sold 4 parkas to a person in Japan day before yesterday, and they're different sizes. So there's no way one person is going to wear all those.
Yeah.
They bought all 4 that I had, and they're all 4 different sized. I don't, what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I hope drop shippers don't die because I'm getting used as a supplier for their drop shipping.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm making my profit. I don't have a problem selling to anybody, but
exactly.
If drop shippers die, then that's going to hurt 10 to 20% of my sales probably.
Yeah.
I think Mama J actually said something. She said only the strong survive. They're weeding out the weak. It will help us. It will. Sir Thrifts a lot said, I was trying to wait. Oh, he did. Okay. Sir Thrifts a lot said, good morning. Good morning, Sir Thrifts a lot. I think most buyers on eBay probably don't ship items on a daily basis. It can be a pain in the butt to package something up and drive it to the post office and wait in line to ship the item back to the seller. I know I've been too lazy to take the time and effort to package and ship a return to someone. Yeah. And that's why I say, accept returns, because sometimes if they have to do it themselves, they're not going to do it unless, well, I do it where they can print the label. But yeah, a lot of times if the person has to put it in the box and ship it back, yeah, chances are they won't do it or they forget about it. Drop shippers work on smaller margins. I think it'll weed some of them out. Maybe. My only complaint is if you preach free returns, guess what? You're going to get. There has to be other ways to entice customers than free returns. Well, I don't think, honestly, Mr. Sadie, I don't, and usually I agree with you, but I don't think returns are going to go up. Because when you buy something, are you thinking about returning it? I'm not. I think most people buy it because they want it. The only time they want to return it is, I mean, yes, there's the occasional people who take advantage of the system, but that's everywhere. But when probably 98% of the buyers buy something, they're not saying, okay, I'm just going to use this for a little bit and return it. Most people, when they buy stuff, they want it, and then we're going to keep it, you know. So I just don't see it being I don't see it being a problem. Because like I said, when they gave 30 and 60-day returns, I didn't see a problem with that either, and it hasn't raised returns. I don't think. I mean, do I think they should have 30, 60-day returns? No. Nobody needs 30 to 60 days to figure out if they want to keep something. But that's the world we live in. Yeah, I'm not really worried about it. I do, although, think it's dumb, that starter store that they're doing. I think that's kind of dumb. I really think they should have did one between Premium and Anchor. But whatever. Um, Maybe they'll eventually do it. Who knows? And I'm assuming our well, we pay for them. They're not really free, but our free shipping supplies, I'm sure those are staying intact. They didn't say anything about those, so that's nice. They didn't take those away from us, which I like those because I'm paying the money anyways. So I'm getting more for what I'm paying. So I like that. It's usually how I get most of my bubble envelopes. And between using those and then the padded flat rates, I usually end up having enough from coupon to coupon. So the other, I don't know if there's really any other updates that really affect us too bad. I think it's all going to be okay, though. We're going to see. Mr. Sadie, I agree. It just seems like free returns is their new logo. Just saying whatever happened to guaranteed delivery, great buying experience, etc. Yeah. Well, they're trying to, like we said, they're trying to get more and more over to the Amazon way of doing things. They've seen that Amazon is their biggest competitor, and they see that things are working for Amazon, so they want to start doing like Amazon. I've been guilty when I was younger to go to Walmart and buy a camera, use it for 14 days, and return it for a full refund. Yeah, I know. I've been guilty of, yeah, I've been guilty of that stuff too. But you think, oh, it's a victimless thing, but it's not really. As we get older, we learn that that kind of stuff is not okay. It's not right. We've all done those stupid things. Turn something without the cord because you needed the cord. Hope they don't open the box. never realize that the cord's not in there. And there's still going to be those people out there that do that. But, I mean, whether we have free returns or not, they're still going to do it, you know. And then they'll grow up like we did and realize it's not the right thing to do. And then they'll stop doing it. But then the next generation will be there doing the same damn thing. So it's just, you know, it's just stuff that we just have to deal with it. And nothing we can do. We'll get through it because we're all good sellers. And I say just keep selling. Just keep selling as much as you possibly can. Mr. Sadie. Just, yeah, it's a never ending cycle. It is. But just keep selling. The more you sell, the less this stuff is going to bother you. I'm serious. I mean, granted, lately I haven't been top saleswoman of the year, but back when I was making good money on eBay, I wasn't worried about returns. I wasn't worried about fees. I wasn't worried about none of that. But I'm more of a go with the flow kind of person anyways, you know. Morning, Glenn. We will make it through it because we are full-time resellers and we will make it through it. And really and truly, you know, if you don't like the way things are going, start looking at other options. I mean, I'm always out there looking for other options to sell on because you never know if the bottom is going to drop out. I mean, history has showed us that certain things in e-commerce, the bottom does drop out eventually, and it could very well drop out on us. But you just have to be prepared. I know. People see that free word, yeah.
Yeah, it's just another thing, you know, just another thing.
Yep, someone does pay. Hi, Valerie. I love you, Val, also. The percentage of returns that cost us money will probably never deter me from wanting to keep selling. My items have the capability of being seen by millions. Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, there's so many people out there who complain about the fees and they complain about, oh, I should just open a brick and mortar. Yeah, go try and open a brick and mortar and see how much it costs you. And then it's going to cost you more a month to run that brick and mortar. And then it's not seen by the world. We're seen by the world. You can't get that at a brick and mortar store. Or even there's a lot of items that I have that are not going to sell locally. They're only going to sell on eBay because, especially for the price that I have them up for. If I tried selling my items in a brick and mortar, I would pay, maybe have 6,000 people see my items if the whole town stops by. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We miss you, Valerie.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
And that's the
Sorry.
thing, you know, another thing is that, you know, we have to remember that, yeah, our stuff is being seen by the world. And that is awesome. You know, where else would we get that kind of coverage? You know, Hi, Noel. Good morning. There's nowhere else in this world that we would get that coverage to customers. So, I don't know. That's right, Mr. Sadie. He said almost all brick and mortars are selling on eBay these days. That speaks for itself. We have a parts store in town. They were there since I was a little kid. I remember going in there with my dad. And you can't buy anything from their counter anymore. They're all totally eBay. They have a shop. It's all eBay. They don't, and Amazon. They don't sell parts anymore to people walking in. Because the reason why I know this is because they're the ones, they were always the go-to, because if nobody had it, they always had it. And now we can't because they sell it on eBay. I like sell sports teams. St. Louis Cardinals sell in my area, but I couldn't sell Cub stuff here. Yeah, exactly. With eBay, I can sell all the teams. Yep, we can sell all of the things. Like Hank says, sell all the things. I just sold the sticker going to Denmark, GSP, $6. There you go. Valerie, we got it covered until you come back. We miss you, but get well first and then come back. Noelle, just so you know, this morning show is usually on Chick Picker's channel, and it's on her sister's channel today, because, and anybody else who's new to our group, it's only here because Valerie's sick, so you'll probably find it on Chick Picker's channel mostly.
Yeah, don't come back because I don't want to get the flu through the internet.
Yeah. Join the reseller squad Facebook group, and it'll tell you. They usually then you know what's going on with this group. You know where we're all at. Because they do stuff not just in the morning too. They do stuff all day long sometimes, and on weekends. Yeah, sell all the things. Y'all get them listed, because if it ain't listed, they can't sell. Woo! That's right, Hank. He says that was my football coach pep talk. I should have got the southern accent in there too. Yep, that's right, Noel. A lot of brick and mortars are closing a majority of their stores due to online sales. Yep.
Good morning, beautiful people
Good morning.
on YouTube.
Where are you going
Howdy.
today?
I need to go get some shelves at Home Depot, and then I need to go to Sam's Club. Then I need to go to my. So I'm going everywhere.
You're not being negative, Mr. Sadie. You're just worried about what the future holds, and we all are. You know. Hey, yeah, I don't blame you. We're all worried. I act like I'm not worried. I am worried all the time that I have to go back and work for somebody else. That would suck bad. I would have to find something else. Noelle says, "Good morning. Don't you look pretty?" Not using the camera as a mirror this morning.
I think you're worried even without changes. I think you should be. I think that's what keeps you motivated, like as a human.
Yep.
Is being worried.
Well, yeah, you have to worry.
Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't worry, you would just be doing this. And yeah, you have to be prepared for the worst, because, like I said, you know, how many times has the bottom dropped out on different e-commerce things? Yeah,
And I think that
they had stood the test of time, but still, I mean, the bottom could drop out anytime. You never know.
And I think that goes with anything, any part of life, though. I think everybody has to have worry to an extent, not nothing crazy, but
Yeah.
it's what keeps people motivated to get to better. If you weren't worried about anything in life, then you wouldn't be trying to better anything in life. So you
Yeah.
wouldn't be motivated to do anything. So I think it's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing to be worried about things. Unless it's
Don't get
excessive, like
comfortable.
I said.
Yep.
Well, I think worry is a motivator, but I'm in a situation I don't have to sell on eBay if I don't want to.
Yeah.
But yet, I think I
Yeah,
work
but
pretty hard at it for a part timer.
but I think that your worry is replaced with you kind of enjoy it.
Yeah.
Where you have people who enjoy it, and you have people who it gives them something to do, or I mean, there's just different things that can motivate. But I think for the majority of people, it's usually worry because you have to make money, and but I don't know.
Mhm.
There's a lot of hobby sellers too.
Now, me, I am worried that because they are going more towards the Amazon way of doing things, I am worried that eBay is trying to get rid of used goods, because if I had to go selling new stuff, I would never make it.
Yeah, but then you'd have to just transform. I mean, you wouldn't have to necessarily get new stuff, but maybe you could switch to different platforms then, or I don't know.
Yeah, I would
I'm
have to
always
switch
building
to
up.
different platforms.
That's why I started building up those other platforms because I'm like, well, you just never know.
I think it would be dumb for eBay. I think it's dumb for eBay to go the Amazon way, because eBay has always been known as like the flea market of the internet, and people love that. Um,
Yeah.
but I also worry that, as the millennials are growing up, um, they don't collect as much as the other ones do. So, I mean, eventually, my kind of stuff, my vintagey kind of stuff, is not going to be wanted all the time like it is now. You know. So, yeah. Grandma Magic Classic says I plan on upping my Etsy and local sales a bit over the next year. Yep. I've worked for the same guy for over 25 years. He always tells me all we can do is our best and wake up tomorrow and do it again. Yep. Farm Girl said, I agree. I have job offers at least 2 a week for my former life and non-destructive testing, welding inspection. I am so thankful I don't need to accept, but these new spring updates is bonkers. It is.
I think it'll be good. I do.
There is a seller update. It's been this way for years. Every change, many are up in arms, fighting mad. Others discuss and learn, consider viewpoints. Yep, we'll be okay. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Every time eBay makes an update, everybody's like, "Oh my God, the sky is falling. We're all screwed." We're not screwed. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna make it through it. Just keep listing. Just keep selling. You're gonna make through it. The more you sell, the less these changes worry you. Yeah. Hank says, hell, at least we don't have to take film to get developed and then scan the pictures, accept money orders, etc. Yeah. I mean, eBay has, yeah. And eBay, I've been on eBay for years and years and years.
Here you go.
Sorry, I'm on mute. I'm trying to get my shipping done.
Okay. eBay has made extraordinary changes over the years. And yeah, we're not back in the olden days where we have to scan pictures and take money orders and checks and everything else. We get our money instantly. And that's awesome. Are they going to start doing payouts like Amazon does? I don't know. I could see them going to that part, because if you stop and think about all the people who go on Facebook and say, oh, I couldn't pay my fees this month, so now my eBay store is shut down. And let's say it's somebody that has, $300 or $500 in fees. Now, if you stop and think about it, if you're not selling on eBay or not working, how much money $500 is to you? And so it takes them a long time to be able to pay that $500 back to eBay. So I can totally see. I mean, I imagine eBay loses money hand over fist with all the people that can't pay their fees and then just walk away and say, oh, well, because I remember one time years ago, me and Gary weren't doing so great on money. That's why I started selling on eBay again. And yeah, the fees started adding up, and I couldn't pay my fees, and my business was in a different spot back then. And yeah, and then I called them. I said, "Can I make payments?" And they're like, "Yeah, that's fine." And I was like, "Well, I just don't want to go to collections." They're like, "We're not going to send you to collections." Okay. So then what motivates me to pay my fees other than I wanted to be back on eBay, which I did. I mean, it was just a minor setback, but it happens. Um, so it'll be okay. We'll be all right. We will survive, like Noel just said. It makes us stronger. Yep, we'll do it. And most of the time when they make changes, usually the changes are pretty good. I mean, they end up being an okay change. Um, but, yep, you're right, Hank. And this shouldn't be a surprise. This stuff comes up a couple times a year. They do the spring update, they do the fall update. Sometimes they throw in a third update there once in a while, but we'll be all right. Just keep selling. But it motivates us to look at other things, like Jessica said. Look at other platforms. Look at and right now, if something was to happen with eBay where we couldn't sell on eBay, this is the best time for it to happen to us because look at all the platforms that are out there. And the platforms are not eBay. They don't get the numbers that eBay does. Oh, I got a cha-ching again. Today is my day. I was just kidding. Never mind. Anyways, but there's other platforms. There's so many platforms out there that people are actually really making decent money on. Yeah, maybe not as much as eBay, but eventually, those things will get up there. So yeah, just keep spreading your business around and working on other platforms and stuff like that. You'll make it.
Yep.
What else are you
So, what are you selling lately, Nikki? What did you
yeah,
just sell?
oh, that was just a payment. The other day, 2 days ago, I had this book up for like, I don't know, like $8 or whatever. And usually I don't list anything that's under $10. Usually I should.
What?
My
You're cutting in and out.
I am.
Yeah. I'm hearing
Well,
like road noise or something.
Jessica's making too much noise. Anyways, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so I have these books that I already made my money on these boxes of books, and I thought, well, they'll be fast to list. I already sold all the expensive books out of these boxes, so I thought, well, I'd try one more time, throw them up on eBay, get some money out of them anyway. So I had this book listed for, I don't know, it was either $6 or $8. And they offered me $3.50. Well, I didn't pay attention to the offer. I just accepted it. I was busy doing something, and I for some reason I would never accept a $3 offer. But anyways, I did, and it's plus shipping, so no big deal. And well, they didn't pay me. They just paid me just now, and they bought it like 2 days ago. And this is a person that's got 800 feedback. And I accepted the offer right away. I mean, I didn't even give myself enough chance to really look at it. I just accepted it, which you should never do. And they just now paying. I was like, what the hell? Like I was telling the girls last night, after my show, we were still chit chatting. I says, that guy from Mexico that we were like, oh boy, how is this sale gonna go? Because he only had 5 feedback. He bought an expensive boombox from me, paid $260. $160 for the boombox, $100 for shipping, and we were all worried that it wouldn't go GSP, so I had to send it myself. Um, and he left me good feedback yesterday about it. And then I have this person with over 800 feedback, only buys a $3 book from me, and takes 2 days to pay for it. And now when I send them that book, they'll probably leave me neutral or negative feedback. My luck. Yeah, you just never know. I know, Sue. They make an offer, you'd think they would be prepared to pay. Exactly. Noel, and a lot of people are now learning to cross post with all different platforms. Yep. It is amazing the world we live in and how much we have at our fingertips. Yep. We just got to that's what I say, keep listening, keep cross promoting, just keep your business going. You'll be okay. And if all fails, there's always flea markets. There's always Facebook. Yeah, instant payment should be mandatory, but whatever. I mean, I'm not going to die from that $3.50. If they didn't pay it, I'm not going to die from it. It was my fault for even accepting that low of an offer. Had my mind somewhere else. I didn't even realize what they had offered me. I just wasn't thinking anyways, but it's all right. I mean, like I said, I bought these books. There was like months and months ago. I bought like 7 boxes of books for like $1 a box full of books.
Wow.
And I mean, I had some $30, some $50 books in there. I've sold all those $20 books. And these are just the stragglers that are left behind. And do I throw them out? Do I donate them? What do I do with them? Well, the books are really fast to list, especially these ones, because they're like in almost new condition. So they're really good condition. There's nothing wrong with them. And so I thought, well, before I donate them, they're easy to list. So you just scan the barcode and list it. I mean, it's real easy. It's almost like Amazon. So so I thought, well, I'll just throw them up there, charge, $10 for each one and see where it goes. And I put best out. Usually I don't accept offers under $10, but I just thought, you know what, if I can blow them out, that'll be fine too. I mean, if I put them in my flea market in the summertime, the ones that do sell, I usually put 50 cents on books to get rid of them or give them away for, a couple for 50 cents or whatever. So would I get anything for them after this? Probably not. So I just thought, well, I might as well throw them up there and see what happens.
Sadie.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Don't get me wrong about the money thing. I couldn't live the lifestyle that I do without this income from eBay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be a pinch. It would be tight.
Yeah.
And anytime I need anything extra, like a car repair or an emergency room visit for me or one of the family, or a hidden vet bill that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
You get like Izzy the dog got diabetes. Well, that wasn't cheap.
No, and it's not cheap every month.
So that
Sure.
that's paid for with eBay.
Yeah.
You know, so there's the money's appreciated, so that I don't have to dip into my retirement savings to pay emergency stuff usually.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Gives you a little more freedom. Well, yeah, and it paid for you guys to be able to go to England, and yeah,
Yep.
it's nice. Well, that's me. My husband makes good money. He's actually thinking about not quitting now because they opened up the position that he'd been waiting for. So, well, the guy still works there, so when he retires, he's actually got a shot at it now. So he's going to stick around for a while, he thinks. And he makes good money, and if he gets that promotion, he'll make even better money. So, mine's just a second income, and I'm good, but yeah, it makes it so that you don't have to tighten your belt so much,
Yep.
You can actually breathe a little bit.
Yeah, plus I get to see my favorite real estate or estate sale guy, like Fish and say.
Yeah. You just said it all for me, Todd. I used to get by, but with eBay, I live very comfortable and eat and do what I want. Yep. Every little side hustle helps. 10 of those $3 sales is $30. Yep. That's right. That's what I figured with those books. Might as well. They're so easy to list. I might as well just throw them up there. I don't say yes, go out and get all these $3 items or $5 items or anything like that. No, try to keep your items up $20 and up. And I don't usually buy. I would not have bought all those books if there weren't like $20, $30, $50 books in there. I would not have bought all those books if they were all like $3 to $10 books.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, I'll throw them up. I only threw one box up there. I should throw the rest of them up there, see how they do. Because they're all like motivational, Jesus books, that kind of stuff. So that kind of stuff does sell. So, and I was just sitting here one night, didn't want to do too much. So I just sat here in the recliner, scanned them all, and got them listed. Hi, Sabrina. Welcome. Good to see you. And like I said earlier, the morning show usually is not on this channel. It's usually on Chick Picker's channel. Valerie, if you're here, put your name in the chat so they can subscribe. But this is Valerie's sister, and she's taken over while Valerie was sick. But keep subscribing to this one too, because sometimes if Valerie's not doing something, then Sally is. So she needs the subs too.
Oh yeah.
And then join the Facebook group Reseller Squad, because they have hangouts, listing challenges and stuff periodically through the day and on weekends and stuff, and you'll find out all that stuff through that Facebook group. And you also see what I'm doing in that Facebook group too. I gotta put myself in there too, sub to me too. You have a channel, Sabrina?
Well, of course she does.
Well, I mean, do you make videos is what I meant. I was going to go look. Oh boy, she's got 560 subscribers. Wow. Yeah.
Well, she's doing good.
She does videos too, so go over and check her stuff out. Nice. You know, there is a whole world of resellers and stuff that make videos that we do not know about
Oh yeah.
because they're not out here pushing their channel. You know, that was
There's
like me before I started trying to grow my channel. I never pushed my channel. Most people didn't even know I made videos
yep.
before I started pushing it. I went for 3 years without pushing my channel, and I had less than 100 subscribers. Now I got over 1,000. So
Thank you, Mr. Sadie. And I couldn't do it without, everybody that helps me, like Nikki and Todd and, people that come on the panel, Jim and Tara and Lori, and you guys out there.
no, Farm Girl, no, I don't just scan them. I mean, I take pictures of them too, but I never use stock photos. I always, but like I said, with books, it's so quick that, and at least I was getting some numbers up and listed. You just don't want to fill your store up with that little stuff, is what I'm saying. It's just something that I just threw up there because I was lazy. And it was easy. It was easy to get some good numbers of listings in. So I threw them up there.
I'm glad you did too, Sabrina.
Yeah, we're glad you're here, Sabrina. The more the merrier. We hang out a lot together, so keep your eye on us. You'll get to know us very well. And we don't always talk about reselling. Sometimes we're just here just shooting the shit, talking like water cooler talk. But it's fun just the same.
Fish to picking.
And just ignore fishing and picking.
Yeah.
Just ignore him. Every group's got one. No.
Yep.
We like him. He's funny.
We have a few. I know. I still have to go watch your haul, Sue, because I didn't get to it last night.
Oh, Scrap
She had
Lady?
she had a haul video last night.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Sue.
Yeah, and help out your smaller YouTube channels. We're all small YouTube channels. We need to help each other out.
Yep.
Support each other. Todd, also silver hair. Throw your name in the chat there too. He needs people subscribing and watching his videos. He's got some really good videos on silver and all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of people in here. Scrap Lady.
I got plenty of subscribers, but
Julie
nobody
has
watches
videos.
my videos, so.
Farm Girl
Oh,
Scavenger
whatever,
Noir,
Todd.
she's got videos. Resell Tessa, she does videos. Somewhere in here, a Sassy Seller, she does videos. Don't be nervous. Just do it. You're a good talker, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, and you have to start somewhere. You just start making them, and then you won't stop.
Yep. You'll get hooked on it. I'm hooked on it, especially when I started doing live shows. I love live shows. Because then you're interacting with each other and stuff. It's way more fun to do live shows.
Oh, I agree.
And I don't even edit my videos. I just go with it. I don't care. People don't like it. Oh well. Most people like real anyway.
I
I'm
don't
not a
edit
fan
either,
of-
Bridget. I tried a couple of times and it just takes too much time. And I understand if, somebody thinks that, your video is more quality if you edit. I just don't have that skill. And I really don't have the time. If I'm gonna do anything as far as editing, it's usually because I have to do something for monetization, like take out a song or something out of a certain part of the video. And now that I don't have monetization, I'm like, screw it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that just made it kind of easier for me.
Well, I'm not a
For now,
production
at
company.
least.
I'm not a production company. I'm not living my life to make money on YouTube. If I can make money on YouTube, great. If I don't, it's great too. I started making videos so that because my family really doesn't get excited about the stuff I buy. My husband's just like, yeah, it's going to make this much money. Let's see it,
Right.
Whereas I started making videos so that I could talk to people and they would get excited about my finds just as much as I would get excited about it.
Yeah. I mean,
but-
that is really the importance for me too, is like
Yeah.
just communicating with each other. And, Nikki tells me how she does stuff and I tell Nikki how I do stuff. And, it's just giving us that, the feedback between us and, the people in the chat and the people on the panel, and it just makes it, to me, that makes it right there.
Yeah.
To me, it's not the importance isn't the editing. And I just I don't have that kind of time. I try to put anything that I have extra into listing and stuff like that. But I do work a full-time job also outside the home. So, like I had 5 packages today and I had 5 yesterday. I was like so proud of myself. And I'm like, dang it, I'm getting good. They went on auction, so I was kind of blowing stuff out anyways, but I was so proud of myself.
Why not sit in Treasures earlier said she'd make videos, but her potty mouth would get her in trouble, or sailor mouth, or whatever she said.
I don't worry about
it. And then Julie said, I would start making videos, but I'm waiting for my dental implants. Plus, I always have a naked kid running around. I curse, and it's just a mess.
It's all good, Julie. You'll go get it all in there. I mean, like, my husband, he runs around half naked too. So, not all the way naked, of course, but,
Well, we look forward to talking to you more, Sabrina. A lot of times this channel is good for, we'll just be shooting the shit. It's good for, you can keep listening while listening to us, Yeah. That's what a lot of people like this show for.
I can't do too many things at once. So sometimes I have to put myself on mute, but I just, I almost screwed up on my second to last package where I almost put the wrong label on it. So I have to really watch myself. Naked man, cooking bacon as fast as he can.
Yeah. Sir Thrifts a lot just tried to get into the reseller squad. Just trying to join.
Okay. Did you answer the question, sir?
How many zombies have you killed?
Yeah. How many people
have you killed?
Why?
I'm going to change that picture at the top, too. I'm going to change that picture where it says Thrifting Bitches of Reselling, because pretty much that was like, me and Valerie were pertaining to ourselves, but this group has grown so much that I have to fix that, and I'm going to fix it real good too. I have some really good ideas about what I'm going to put up there, but yeah, I just so don't pay any attention to that. The reseller squad is us. It's me, Valerie, the people on the panel, and the people in the chat. It's all of us. It's no longer about me and Valerie. I mean, it really never has been just about us, but you know, that's kind of how I started out the group, you know, so but it's no longer it's no longer like that.
Whoa. What happened to my chat?
No
wieners.
I know Todd's a thrifting bitch. And he knows it too.
Sherry,
But
Sherry came through and it, oh, I got stupid. What is this stupid top chat and live chat? Just, God, why do they have to change stuff?
What are you talking about?
At the top of the chat, look at the top of your chat. It says top chat. You can click that arrow and it'll go to live chat. Because otherwise, the top chat, it makes things go away. And when Sherry put Todd's a thrifting bitch, it came up as a, do you want to show it or hide it?
Wow.
Hank said, be careful not to put, I hope you enjoy your shit instead of shirt on the feedback.
Good job on that radar detector.
Yeah.
Sir Thift's a lot. But for $2.50 and sold it for $125.
Yeah, we know you're a troll.
Good job.
Cherry.
All right, approve.
Live is better because you don't get
live. Yeah, live is better. Sherry,
top chat is some messages such as potential spam may not be visible. Live chat, all messages are visible. So if you're approved, put on top chat. If you're not, put on live chat. There's a secret handshake, yeah.
Find out, Todd.
Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Bells jingle all the way. I got a Mickey Mouse watch that plays Jingle Bells.
Awesome.
But it doesn't just keep going all the time. Sometimes it just stops. So I'm like, God dang it. So what do you do with some? Is that a list it or ditch it? If you got a watch that kind of works some of the time.
Well, it depends what it's worth.
I don't know. It might be like a $25 watch, but
Yeah, you can list it and say it only because somebody might want to fix it.
I guess.
Don't forget to answer your questions, Noelle.
They have, the Home Depot has these $20 shelves that are really nice. For $20 anyway.
You what?
Also, for anybody new that's watching, I do a auction every week called The Buck Starts Here on Facebook. So if you want to join that, I'm hoping to get stuff up today. If I get off this chat anytime soon, I will. It's on Facebook.
No problem, Julie. I gave you a wrench. I got a couple of people in there.
Where did Jessica go?
I don't know. She disappeared. She said something about, I think she was talking about shelving. That's $20 or something. Oh, she said shelves, yeah. Her phone got too hot.
Oh, yeah, mine does that in the van. I told my husband, I said, you really need to fix my van. I said, that was kind of like my what do you call it? Trademark.
Yeah, it was.
Said people miss the van.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm not fixing the van. I'm like, son of a bitch, I want the van. Miss my van. I drove a 90s Chevy Astro van. I miss it. Silver hair, stacking silver everywhere, stacking high, stacking low, stacking with the pants on, we may never know. Hear that, Todd?
He must be. No, his headphones are laying on his desk.
Oh. I know, I miss my van.
Yeah, it was a good old girl.
Yeah, now my van is kind of a storage shed, so. I'll probably start selling parts off the van pretty soon. Once it gets warmer.
I have a couple of ears out for my truck. I told my husband, I said, if we don't sell the truck by spring, I'm gonna go out there and start stripping it. So we need to get that done,
Yeah, if you have a car that went to crap and you can't use it anymore, before you scrap it, start selling parts of it. Don't just go scrap it, because they don't want the plastic pieces and everything. You can sell like the cup holders, the door panels, the handles, the knobs. People buy the knobs.
Yep.
Just look up your make, model, and year and put in parts, and you'd be amazed at what you can sell out of that thing. One time, my husband, I didn't know he had somebody coming to get one of the cars we had in our yard. Anyways, I started taking pieces off of it, and I was going to list them. And he came home one day. He goes, "Yeah," he goes, "so and so is going to come by and get that car. He bought it." And I was like, "Oh, shit." He goes, "What?" I said, "I already started taking parts off." He says, "Go put them back." So I go put the parts back on the car. Good thing I didn't get too far into it. Todd, are you back?
Yeah, in front too.
Hank sang a song for you in the chat.
Oh yeah. What did she sing?
Yeah, it said silver hair, stacking silver everywhere, stacking high, stacking low, stacking with his pants on, we may never know.
That was almost not lame.
Hank says, "Show yourself."
Show myself. Okay, here we go. You ready?
That's very scary.
There's a lot. I'm a little put off by a couple of the Facebook reseller groups. People I'll ask questions that I'm sure they could figure out on their own. People are mean to them about it. They may just want, he's going to type more. Oh, someone to talk to about their stuff. Yeah, I get a little agitated with that too. Yes, the answers are out there for people, but some people just don't know how to find them. And I agree that if you're going to be in this business, you need to learn how to figure stuff out. But some of these people are new and they need help. And I don't agree with being mean to people. I agree with maybe if it's something that's a common question or something they could have figured out themselves, I would agree with answering the question and saying, this is how I found it, or this is where I found it. So
Right.
that you're teaching them how to search that stuff out. But a lot of people, you know, once they're at a certain point in this game, they think that they don't remember when they were new. And a lot of us that, like me, I was selling before smartphones. I was selling on eBay before you could just, you had to, if you wanted to know, if you didn't want to take a chance on something, you had to write it down, go home, look it up. And when you went back to the thrift store, you hoped it was there, you know, or you just said, oh, well, next time I'll remember that, you know. So, I mean, and some of those people that have been around like that aren't as free with the information. They're just like, well, I figured it out. Why can't you? But there's a lot of people here that are not that tech savvy, that they're not that, they don't know how to search. But yeah, we don't treat people like that in the Facebook group.
It's
a drama-free
me,
zone.
To me, it's like, it's apparent if someone is just like, every item, they're like, okay, I need somebody to help me with this. Okay, I need to figure out what this is, or what it's used for, or whatever. There's you could tell, if somebody is looking for somebody just to do things for them. But if somebody is out there watching videos, learning more and more every day from watching videos, because believe me, when me and my sister first started, that's all we did was watch videos. And then we would talk to each other and say, oh, I learned this today. Or, Valerie would say, you know what I found out? We could do this, when we ship, we could do this to make it to where we're not making mistakes or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we would share with each other, which is the main reason why we wanted to start doing videos. So yeah, if you are just not putting any time into you learning eBay, there are people out there that want somebody to do everything for them. And you could tell. You can tell when that happens. Otherwise, no, I like when people ask questions and then we could figure it out together, or I could tell you, this is how it is. This is what eBay says. And there are some people that, they don't know a whole lot about shipping. They don't know a whole lot about, what you're supposed to do when you sell something. They just don't know. So, it's a good thing for people to know that they can come on the show and ask questions. They can go to the Facebook group and ask questions. We like questions.
Mr. C says, I will help someone once, twice, 3 or 4, maybe 5, 6, 7 times, but that's it, damn it.
That's it. That's your limit, huh?
Sir Drexel Slot says, my wife always gets on me about listing things that aren't intact or are broken, etc. Then I sell it and tell her I told you so, LOL. Yeah. One time my husband, we were out and about. It was a Sunday, and we drove by this estate sale. And he's like, you want to stop? And I was like, yeah, sure. So we stopped in there. And he was in a good mood that day. I mean, he was just, we were laughing. We were having a good time. We stopped at this estate sale. He's like, oh, dear, look at this. Look at this. He was all into it, And then all of a sudden, I picked up a Billy Bass. And he's like, what in the hell are you buying that for? I says, because they sell. Oh, whatever. And then he was like crabby. He was like, you're just buying shit, And he's like, and he was just like crabby the whole day, all the way home,
Yeah.
And I was just because I bought this stupid Billy Bass. And then the next day, it sold for like $30. And I brought my phone right into him. I said, now this is why I bought the Billy Bass, and I showed him.
Yep.
Yeah. I love proving my husband wrong. We've been married 25 years, and it just gives me so much joy to make him eat crow.
I love that too. I love it.
Because usually everything he tells me, I don't know why you're buying that. That ain't gonna sell. That ain't gonna sell. It always does. It always sells. And
Yeah,
it always sells for
Brandon's
good
kind
money.
of learned. Brandon's kind of learned here and there that he doesn't usually tell me that anymore. He just looks at it
Yeah.
and like, what the hell are you thinking? You know,
Yeah.
and but he will not say it because he knows better.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that as soon as he does, cha-ching,
Yeah.
they just
That's like,
they just paid double what he thought I was gonna get the lowest for it.
that's what I tell Gary. I'm like, yeah, tell me I'm not gonna sell that more often. Maybe I'll sell more stuff.
Hmm.
I just love it.
Oh, that's good, Mary. Mary says, "Hell,
Yeah, it
Nick
is.
buys better stuff than me now." Yeah,
Yeah.
Brandon kind of has an eye too for for different things. He has an eye for different things than I would pick up. But I try some of his stuff, that he wants to sell or whatever, and he likes to look a lot of stuff up. I do not. But if he has an idea about something, I'll usually give it a try. If the price is right.
Sir Thrissalot said there are a lot of hateful posts. I agree they need to put more effort, and I just don't comment, but people will be like, seriously, stop being lazy, etc. Yeah, that's no way to talk to people.
Yeah.
Mr. Sadie, Nikki, my wife is the same way. She always questions my expertise. Well, she is right most of the time, except reselling. That's right. What's that financial guy? Dave Ramsey. He always says you need to listen to your woman. You need to listen to your wife. He says, I don't know how they know stuff, but they just know stuff.
Yep.
That was years ago he said that. I don't know if he still follows that, but
Yeah, just last month, Gwen bought that jewelry crafting supply tote full of stuff for $5. I'm like, I don't want to make jewelry. You gonna make jewelry? And she goes, I'm buying this. And then I go digging through it and find $250 worth of gold.
nice.
Awesome.
Real nice.
He said,
That is
whatever you
nice.
sell off that is mine. Okay. Haven't sold a
Mr.
gold ring yet.
Sadie. Mr. Sadie says my wife thought she was wrong once, but she was mistaken. I seen that when you wrote that yesterday. I think that's awesome.
No, I'm not done with my taxes. I gotta bring my stuff to my CPA.
Oh God. I haven't even...
I think I'm gonna shut it down because I
Shut what
have.
down?
Huh?
Oh, shut the show down?
Yeah. It's 11:07. And I got some stuff I got to get done today.
Too bad.
So,
Don't you know this is where you're supposed to be?
huh?
I said, too bad. Don't you know this is where you're supposed to be?
I know, right?
My storage facility is doing a garage sale for its tenants next week. Going to get rid of my death pile. Way to go.
Awesome. Yeah, that's the best place to do it. I mean, if
Cool.
I'm
Little
sure that other
instant
people will be taking
tax-free
advantage
money
of
in your
that.
pocket.
Yeah, if somebody's
Little
going to
instant.
advertise your stuff for you, you might as well join in the sale. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
My storage facility won't let us do sales.
All right. Well, as far as I know, we'll have it on this channel tomorrow. If there is a change and Valerie's gonna do it, then I will put it in the Facebook group. So
And don't forget us. Don't forget we're going to be on Mothership Products auction on Saturday.
Yes. Yes.
Me, Sally, Valerie, and Tara.
Tara. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna bring some good stuff for you to buy.
Yep. Make sure you guys are on. Possibly later. Possibly later. I got some stuff to do right now, but I'm gonna be listing today, so hopefully you guys will be around.
Keep an eye on the squad.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Click the little
Get
bell.
lots of cha-chings.
Yep. See you guys.
Bye.
See you guys later. See you tomorrow.